What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today what we are going to be doing is installing a transmission intercooler onto this truck. This is not a name brand. It's not True Cool 40. It's not a Mishimoto. I went ahead and went with some Chinese brand for now. See how that works. It's actually pretty good. Looks pretty good quality. I just threaded these on here. Comes with a bunch of hardware and bolts. This is a cheapo depot one off of Amazon. I think it was about 80 bucks. It's pretty thick. Comparing this one to the Mishimoto I've had, it's a little bit taller than the Mishimoto and a little bit longer than that one. If not, they're about the same size, but tallness, it's taller. This one here is the one we're going to install the intercooler on, and this one already has a stock intercooler or transmission cooler, whatever you like to say. But yeah, let me continue the video showing you how to do it. So let me go ahead and correct that from earlier. The Mishimoto is longer than the red one that was back there, Chinese brand, let's call it that. But this one is shorter, so basically, as in the height makes up the difference for the length. So pretty sure they would be the same thing. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do a review on this Chinese brand. And I mean, this is more than a daily. This is a daily, but I guess you could say I rag a lot on this truck. I do give it the beans here and there. So I'll be putting it to the test and we'll be seeing how it performs. So here you have to remove all these clips here along the whole thing. Once you remove these clips, you're able to pull off this panel and get 4 10mm bolts off for the grill. They sit right up here and the rest will just be all clips that hold it in from there. Really nothing special to this. It's pretty easy. Just any common tools to get the job done. As of now, this truck here has a 4060E with a 5.3 2008. It does have a stage 2 BTR cam on it. I understand it does have a Texas Speed Cam sticker, but that's how I bought the truck, with that sticker on there. This truck here right now, cruising speed sits at about 190 with 190, let's say, cruising speed on the transmission. But as you're driving on the highway, it'll get up to 207. That's what I've seen it get to me. That's a little bit more than normal. The transmission does shift a little hard, but we're thinking it's because the tune done to it, it's not correct. But yeah, as of right now, the temperature we're trying to be is 207. So we'll go ahead, after we install this, drive it around for a good 20 minutes, and we'll see what does it get up to. Because when it got to 207, I was going normal roads, and I was going about probably 70 miles an hour off and on. Pull these clips off here, then from there you would end up taking off these 10mm bolts that hold the grill on here. Those 4, this one, and that one, these here. You want to pull up on these here. There's a plastic clip that holds in the top. If you just pull on that, you're going to end up breaking the clip. So in this situation here, the radiator does have a cooler for the transmission, and there is lines running to it, and it has a OEM transmission cooler package that this one already comes with the transmission cooler. You do not need to mess with any of these lines that are back there. There's this one here, and there's one way at the bottom. Those stay there. These lines down here, one of them comes from the radiator itself, goes down to here, and the next one goes straight to the transmission to the back. So all we are going to be doing is pulling this one off and replacing the other one with this spot here. Only thing is that we'll probably have to fab some stuff up here to be able to hold it in. So you gotta pull these little clips out right here. See if I'm not blocking the camera. You will get a little bit of transmission spill, spill a little bit of a liquid, and you'll need to top it off. So be sure that you do get something to top this off with. So on here, all I did was remove one clip there, another clip there, and two 10mm bolts up there. And from here, this thing should just be able to slide right out with no problem. Comparison here of the radiators themselves, or I keep calling radiators transmission intercoolers. It is a big difference in the size and the width of them. It should make somewhat of a better upgrade to this transmission here. We'll see how the temps sit here in a little bit, but let's continue. So I went ahead and took off the hood latch and the bracket that was in front of the hood latch. Looks like I'm going to have to cut where this hose is at least down to this little edge mark here and straight across. I'm gonna go ahead and use the grinder because the bracket here needs to bolt up to this back here, and the line here that goes down is blocking it. So do the same thing to this side, cut here, cut straight down. So went ahead and threw some paint on there. It'll dry up to matte flat here in a little bit because you can see there was paint there, and that already dried up to matte flat black. Now we're trying to figure out where we're going to want to mount this here. We're going to have to remove this here, of course, but somewhere around the lines of there, it's going to fall this part here. So we can get a bolt, put it to those ones that are back there, and the back of it would sit perfect there. And from here, we can go ahead and get those brackets that have the holes on it. Self-tap one here to here. And it should sit perfectly flat like that. So I went ahead and cut both of these here. Go ahead and count it out. It's 1, 2, 3 on the fourth hole. I'll go ahead and cut both of them flush. So I went ahead and self-tap the top onto this bracket here. I will mention I will be very careful with this bolt. Let me see if I can get you a good angle. Give me 1 second. There's a bolt right there. I would be sure to put it in between these fins here. If not, you're gonna end up cracking your radiator when you go ahead and tighten up these top ones here. This thing is solid, it doesn't move at all. The only thing I did to the lines was I wanted to go ahead and put these back in here. I bent this one a little back because it was too far here. So go ahead and, play with them a little bit, move them around. I'm gonna end up putting a hose from here to here. Try not to have any kinks in them, because then that will leave a restriction in there, and then there will be no point for your intercooler. this is it here. This is the final product of how everything looks. We'll go ahead and turn it on, test it out, make sure there's no leaks. But from there, we'll go ahead and test it out.
Yeah.
So to close out the video, there's no leaks in it at all. Let me see if I get you. No leaks there. Let me see, or up there, or there, and either end. Truck would usually run at 207, and the whole time the most I got up to was 178. So this is just basically a video of installing it. I'll give y'all an update later on it so far, how it'll be. So on this one, I have a plan on building this thing out, dropping everything like that. Of course, replacing the front end, everything like that. Doing an HD swap. Right now, I'm just want to take care of the motor, transmission, the drivetrain, make sure it drives really good. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, y'all guys stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in.